Texas abortion law to resume. After a federal court temporarily blocked the legislation, the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals permitted it to be temporarily reinstated late Friday. Soon after the order was given, the state appealed. A Fifth Circuit panel reinstated law enforcement hours after Texas requested the court to intervene in a U.S. Justice Department case against the state. The law's enforcement will be permitted to continue at least until Tuesday, when the Justice Department is expected to provide a response. After hearing both parties' arguments, the court may determine whether to uphold the legislation or enable a lower court to temporarily stop it. However, the court would have to determine whether or not the legislation could be enforced while the lawsuit was pending. Texans claimed that U.S. District Judge Robert Pittman's decision temporarily halting the state's abortion restrictions violates the division of powers at every step. Attorney General Ken Paxton praised the ruling. By the time most women find out they're pregnant, Senate Bill 8 prohibits abortions. The legislation has largely violated the 1973 Roe v. Wade decision and subsequent decisions establishing a constitutional right to abortion prior to fetal viability. The reason for this is that private individuals may sue those who perform or aid in an abortion, rather than state authorities, to ensure compliance with the new regulations. Suing individuals or organizations may result in a $10,000 fine. In other words, anyone who assisted someone obtain an abortion when the legislation was delayed for 2 days may now be sued. A day after Pittman's ruling, Whole Woman's Health began conducting abortions that Texas legislators wanted to ban. The decision on Friday seems to expose facilities and physicians who conducted illegal abortions to litigation. Lawyers for Texas claimed that the Justice Department's attempt to stop the legislation was an overreach by the federal government. A single federal district court superintending every Texas court requires this court's urgent involvement, Texas lawyers argued in a Friday appeal for the Supreme Court. Abortion clinics must cease operations whenever heart activity is discovered in an embryo. Fearing lawsuits, several providers ceased providing the treatment. It was previously granted an emergency stay by the Fifth Circuit in late August in another case challenging Texas's abort.